Hey there, it's the Global Gardener out in the sunshine of September 25th, 2022 in Delaware. Look at these clouds. Delaware, what a wonderful, lovely state. Of course, I'm wearing my Cheyenne, Wyoming t-shirt with the shadow of the wonderful sunshine. It just had a big rainstorm, so the sun is like coming out full force now, but doing the landscape color trials and All America Selections Display Garden at the University of Delaware campus Botanic Garden. It's a small area. Delaware's a small state. Grows a lot of watermelons. Factoid about Delaware. Interesting things. Some greenhouses behind me on the road that's all wet. You can see it just rained. And then this kind of wild area at the Lepidoptera Trail. And I get that sign. There it is. Oh, but I'm too shaky with this camera. Okay, you can see it. All right, the color trial, All America Selections Garden, features bold sweeps of annual color combining the newest cultivars with a display of All America Selection winners that have proven outstanding in national evaluations. You can read along, I'll put you right up here with it. The garden offers both home garden and industry professionals a chance to observe how up-and-coming plant selections can enliven the landscape with minimal maintenance. Plants are watered and fertilized for the first 2 weeks after planting, then rainfall becomes the only source of water. It does rain here regularly throughout the summer, which is nice. For nursery professionals, the garden provides a demonstration of how new selections fare in the mid-Atlantic climate. Mid-Atlantic climate. UDBG, University of Delaware Botanic Garden staff, conducts bi-weekly evaluations. Is that twice a week or every other week? We don't know. Throughout the summer to rate each plant on its performance. This information is available at that big long website. Which is probably easier just Googling Botanic Gardens, College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, University of Delaware. Or you could type all that stuff in if you want to see more. Here's like their vision of what this vision of beauty is. It's really just standard stuff. I mean, maybe it's standard at nurseries across the United States because of trials like this, but things you find at Home Depot. These begonias. This is a morning glory that's not flowering right now, but climbs like crazy and puts out beautiful blue flowers, typically blue. But the surefire red begonias, the cherry cordial begonias, with the purple leaves versus the green leaves or red leaves, and then just begonias. Very Midwestern stuff. What, mid-Atlantic climate? I guess Midwest can use lots of these too, and really anywhere in the U.S. But in landscapes across the U.S. And really the world, because they've tested these out to be very hardy and pretty low maintenance. Are these annuals? These are mostly annuals in this climate. Some will go back to the roots and come back, but not. Coleus needs redoing each year, but it just comes out lovely. Like okay, hot tip, in cool, shady areas, these type of leaves bring a lot of color where you can take a lot of shade and filtered shade and some sun. Actually, they're out here in full sun, so they can take full sun, Coleus, but they can take pretty shady shade too, and still have a lot of color in those areas. So it's a way to brighten up maybe a dark corner of somewhere. Oh, well, looky here. A model, University of Delaware, a model for sustainable agriculture. I'm not sure about that because driving through Delaware, there's lots of like DuPont and what are the pharmaceutical companies? I can't remember, but there's a lot of them. And they do have corn, GMO stuff here, but they also have, look at that sky, so pretty. But they also have the watermelons, which I'm not sure if those are like heirloom type watermelons. Those storm clouds, how lovely. But yeah, watermelons being a large crop, I don't know where they grow them. I haven't seen them around, but it's a big part of the agricultural economy. Oh look, it's just like me. The UD Dairy, University of Delaware Dairy, which they have they sell the ice cream right over there, various kinds, and sugar-free kinds too. 350-acre complex, have 100 Holstein cows, $2 million have been invested in the college. Ooh boy, efforts to create a truly sustainable dairy operation for teaching. Now that's interesting, I didn't know that. Teaching research and extension programs, including modern milking parlor, research stalls, and a sand manure recycling composting facility. There you go. Sustainable dairy. University of Delaware's Parallel 8 milking parlor allows 16 cows to be milked at once. The cows are milked twice a day. Is that like bi-daily? Or is that every other day? Approximately 120 acres of the 350-acre complex is used to grow corn and alfalfa for feed, which cows aren't really... they eat forbs and like grass and stuff. Like grains and seeds as a primary source of hybridized. It's not for them, but we do it anyway, and it works out on some level to use fossil fuels and petroleum to grow things they're not used to, hybridized stuff that supports the seed growers and the chemical companies and all the rest. And they're able to pull off enough through the dairy industry to keep it going. So there you go, sustainability, economic sustainability for the short term. 44 solar panels and a power portion of the electrical needs of the dairy, demonstrating use of alternative energy on farms, wetland areas, and stream corridors have been restored to minimize environmental impacts of stormwater runoff from the surrounding areas and create wildlife habitats. So here's like the map of things. What are we on? Here is the 5. I should have been pointing all along. Sand manure separation unit separates manure removed from the barnyard into the 3 components: sand, recycle for bedding, organic matter, compost, and liquid fertilizer. Rainwater, that's what so the fertilizer they tank off and put back with petroleum trucks to the crops that they then grow for the cows, because the cows can't just walk around and eat stuff. Rainwater that run, because then they'd be too far from the milking parlor, and we can't have more than one milking parlor. There's ways to do it, but they haven't gotten that far yet, but they're here now. So rainwater runs off of roofs and hard surfaces, is either diverted into the sand manure separation unit or to pastures and wetland areas on the farm. Okay, wetland would be sufficient, but here's the solar panels. 2 is the alfalfa and corn, and 1 is the Parallel 8 milking parlor. Yay, fun. All right, and then this looks like an electric fence, probably. I could lick it and find out, huh? Not today, thanks. All right, so here's like Supertunia minis, little like million bells petunias. Lots of different kinds. Oh, there's a good one that I like. These are very pretty though. Actually, I don't know what these are. You know what these are? Let's look closer at these. First we have concert bell sunflower. It's a Helianthus annual and annuus. And then there's a Helianthus suncredible yellow sunflower. I don't know, they're not that tall. Maybe an edging plant or something. Gomphrena, okay. Truffle of pink globe amaranth. Wow, what did they do to you, globe amaranth? You're like an enormous headed thing that now you're tiny. Heliotropium Augusta lavender. Augusta lavender. La la la. Coreopsis candlelight. They're not too showy. It's September 25th, like I said, so things are kind of going down. There's the Coleus again. Here are some Osteospermum. These are really nice. Oh wow. Okay, Osteospermum. I'm getting excited because I see a weed over here. Portulaca grows like a weed because it is a weed, but then now they're like, oh, let's breed the flowers because it's like you can't really kill it, so let's just make it a thing. Oh, there's a bunch of more interesting things. But here first is Nemesia. And Nemesia fruticans. And then this is a fun one. Muehlenbeckia, big leaf creeping wire vine. Muehlenbeckia complexa. It looks like a ficus vine, but very nice. Very nice indeed, ground cover. The lobelia didn't do well. The Lantana is doing spectacular. That is a proven winner brand. And here's another Lantana. Look at that red. That's glorious. And then a Tangelo. And some Juncus grass. Pretty solid standard in the landscape. Ooh, and then Ipomoea. It's ornamental sweet potatoes. But here's like a nice a feathery more leaf. And then the kind of more standard Ipomoea, the purple ones. And then they got a mixed, which is fun to do. And then the yellow. Sweet Caroline upside down key lime, beautiful. And then Ipomoea batatas illusion penny lace. It doesn't look like as much of a lacy leaf as those other ones, but that's cool. Liking that. And now, man, okay, I thought this was a small garden, but it goes on for a while. Here's like tea plant that is pre-tropical and annual, but it'll grow here because it's like humid and moist and really neat to do that kind of thing with. Well, there's some more tropical stuff we'll see down there that you can grow as annuals in the mid-Atlantic and Midwest. Mega Bloom Orchid Halo Vinca. That's a beautiful Vinca. There's a pink one. There's Celosia or Celosia, if you want to pronounce it that way. You're welcome to. Very beautiful. All these are different kinds of Celosia. Delphinium. Dianthus is another solid standard, is actually a perennial. So definitely plant Dianthus, Sweet William. Here's more Coreopsis. More of a standard one. Here's some Echinacea. Oh, look, Cheyenne Spirit Coneflower. How about this? They have a lot of references to the Cheyenne Spirit Coneflower. There you go, there's purple ones and yellow ones. Here's more Helianthus, Concert Bell Sunflower. They must be doing some sponsorship with that since they have it twice. Petunias, oh, it's starting to smell Petunia E over here. And Rudbeckia, Indian Summer, nice big. These are nice big heads. That's my hand, and that's a nice big one. Oh, that's what I'm smelling, is the Tagetes, the Marigolds. Superhero Spry Marigold. And here's more of the Erecta. Here's some larger, more African style Tagetes. Very nice. And Zinnias. I'm thinking I need to curtail the video right now, and we're gonna pick up more tropicals in the next section of this video. See you there.